Hello people, it's your boy Usman back again with another video. Manchester United have just lost to Spurs 2-1 in the last game at White Hart Lane. Ended in a pitch invasion. The flipping won the title, didn't they? Of course they didn't. God knows why man's are running on the pitch, but it's a bit embarrassing. You're only moving 100 yards, but each to their bloody own. But let's talk about the game itself. First things first, Wanyama and King getting the goals for Spurs, and that man Wayne Rooney, he's back. No, he's flipping not. He got a flipping tap in. I personally think it's an own goal, but it's being awarded to Wayne Rooney. I'm not sounding bitter whatsoever. I'm going to go straight into this bloody game. First things first, with the lineup, a lot of flipping changes from the Europa League game. As you could imagine, we don't really need anything from this game. It's pretty much irrelevant. Liverpool did win early on in the day, so it pretty much meant that we had to win all our games, and we needed to hope for them, Man City and Arsenal to all drop points. It's very unrealistic. I said it a couple of weeks ago. Well, pretty much every United fan has been saying it. The only way we're going to get the Champions League football is via the Europa League. Unfortunately, that's what our season's come down to. Yes, I'm going to quickly just touch on this because I'm seeing a lot of uproar on social media in particular. First things first, a club of Man United stature with the money we have spent, finishing sixth in the Premier League is an absolute disgrace. I can't defend Jose on that. But what I will say is, if we win the Europa League and we end up obviously getting the Champions League via the Europa League, you can't really say it's nothing but a success. Sorry, you gotta say it's a success basically, which is what I'm trying to say. Mainly because we've got 2 trophies out of the possible 4, and at the end of the day, if you was to be realistic, at the start of the season, the main thing was to potentially get a trophy, but the main thing was to get back in the Champions League. Yes, ideally you want it to be via the top 4 because your league form shows how you've done throughout the season, but that hasn't been the case. If we do get through the Europa League, I'd much rather do it that way because we've got a trophy as well. I'd rather get a trophy than end up in 3rd or 4th like Arsenal might do. You've got nothing to show for it. It's just a 4th position, okay? You don't really get a trophy for 4th position, Arsenal fans. But yeah, that all aside, just want to talk about that in general. First things first, I'm seeing a lot of people complaining about Jose Mourinho on social media, mainly because of the fact that we've been very disappointed in the last couple of weeks. The performances haven't been up to scratch, not to the standard that you'd expect from a Man United club. I hate to obviously draw a comparison against Ferguson, but this always happens. But even in this case, people aren't even drawing a comparison to Ferguson. They're comparing him to Van Gaal and Moyes, mainly because his win percentage in the Premier League is massively less. I think it's roughly about 5% less than Van Gaal and Moyes. And people say, what progress have Man United made? If anything, we've gone backwards. They're 5th. Van Gaal obviously won the FA Cup. But honestly, if you're saying that, you're absolutely chatting shit. Let's be honest. Of course, we've made progress. The position in the table does not, show that. However, you got to put it into context with what's happened this season. The teams above us have improved massively. Last season, Leicester won the league. Don't really need to say anything else. That just shows how poor the other teams who are currently above us were last season, minus Arsenal, who are probably on the same level. Everybody else has improved massively, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just saying people need to take these things and put it into context. Like I've already said, finishing 6th as Man United is very, it's disgraceful, and let's be honest, it's not acceptable for any manager to do that. And if it was Van Gaal, perhaps I probably would be saying something else, but again, people aren't really putting it into context at all. I think personally we've been fantastic for most of the season, as in the football we played has been very good. If you look at the stats, I know I always go on about stats aren't a fair reflection of the game, but unfortunately that's the only way you can prove to stupid people that we have actually been good at going forward. It clearly states that we've created probably one of the most chances in the bloody league. However, we haven't been clinical. Our conversion rate is actually one of the least in the league. It clearly states that we create the chances, but we're not taking them. If you actually watch some of the games, I can name a couple of top of my head. We got Burnley, we got West Brom, we got Stoke. All through those games we should have won. Arsenal we should have won. Everton we should have won. Middlesbrough we obviously did win, but again we should have scored way more goals in that game. That's 5 off the top of my head. We definitely should be scoring more goals. Again, I'm not making excuses for our position in the table. It is where it is because the players haven't performed. I feel like Jose's getting too much criticism in my personal opinion. He has to take some of the criticism, especially for the last maybe 4 or 5 weeks. I'm going to criticise him for the way he has set up, but prior to the 4 or 5 weeks that we've just witnessed, I think we've been decent. We've definitely improved going forward. You got to give him a bit of leeway, so to speak, the amount of injuries we've had. Again, it sounds like I'm making excuses, but I'm just trying to say you got to put everything into context. Jose does need another summer to get his own players in. You know, there's so much fucking deadwood in this team still. You know, let me just flip and reel off a couple of names, you know, that aren't Jose's players at all. He's still got some players from Moyes and flipping Van Gaal's era. The 4 players that Jose has signed, you know, have all been fantastic this season. You can't really argue with any of them signings. Yes, Mickey potentially could have been better. However, he has shown shades of, you know, world-class quality, and nobody can deny that. That scorpion kick itself just shows, you know, how good of a player he can be. You know, even in the couple of games we've not really done well going forward, even the Celta Vigo game and the one today, you know, he showed a couple of runs that you think, you know, this guy's got a bit of quality about him. And if you can't see that, then I don't really know what games you're watching, okay? Bay's been phenomenal for us, easily could have been the best player of the season for us, probably Valencia, but Bailey's definitely in the top 3 for me. Zlatan, 28 goals, it says itself. I don't care how many chances he missed. 28 goals is 28 goals. There's no denying that. You can't take that away from him. And obviously Pogba, he's 24. The guy's going to be a world beater. You can see fucking from some of the things he does, some of the tricks he does. You know, he just needs the people in front of him to be a bit more clinical. And you could have seen Pogba in double figures for assists. Again, I'm not making excuses for the individual players, but what I'm saying is I've seen shades of quality from all of the players that Jose signed, and I honestly don't feel like Jose isn't the right man for this job. I don't understand why people are overreacting. Yes, I understand his stats compared to Van Gaal and what's happened this season compared to last season. You know, you kind of can agree with what people are saying, but it's just, like I said, it's taken all out of context. People are just judging him on the last 3 weeks. I don't think he's been fantastic this week. Last 3 weeks, sorry. A bit of that is Jose's fault for the defensive tactics. However, can you really blame him? We played a stupid amount of games, and obviously he had to put all the eggs into flipping Europa League basket after that disappointing draw against Swansea. He's not on the flipping pitch, is he? You can't blame him for everything. The players have to take a bit of criticism for that. And like I was leading on to, there's so much bloody dead one in this team. I'm just going to flip and rattle out a couple of names. Leave your comments in the comment section if you agree with what I'm about to say or disagree. And if you disagree, please, you know, try to, you know, give us some sort of explanation, because a lot of people I'm seeing is defending Lingard. First and foremost, let's get rid of fucking Jones and Smalling. They're both useless, okay? I was growing up on Rio and flipping Vidic. They ain't no Rio and Vidic. Absolute disgrace. The flipping not even close to that. It was their fault we lost the game. Flipping first goal, I don't know what the hell's going on. An absolute shambolic. Yes, I know it was Rooney's man, but regardless of whose man, in fact, know what? It's Rooney's fault for the first goal. Second goal, Smalling fault. Rooney can leave as well. Yes, he's a club legend. Yes, he's done fantastic things for the club. He's a leading goal scorer. I love Rooney as much as the next man. Trust me, I do. I proper love Rooney, okay? But he is finished. I don't give a shit what anyone says now. You know, a lot of people are sugarcoating this, or it's Mourinho's fault, blah, blah, blah. How is it Mourinho's fault if he's inheriting players that aren't capable of playing or not fit to wear the shirt? Jones, Smalling, not his problem. Rooney, not his problem. I'm assuming flipping Jose came in and thought, okay, I can probably get the best out of Rooney. But he wasn't aware of the fact that Rooney is literally plastic. So, yeah, Rooney's finished. Jones, Smalling, get the hell out of here. Lingard, you're average. Stay on the bench. We need you a couple of good games, that big games where we need someone to put in a shift. Yes, he's at the Park Ji-sung, and Park Ji-sung was very pivotal under Fergie, but Park Ji-sung didn't play week in, week out. So that's what I'm trying to say. Lingard on his day is not better than Martial on his day. That is a bloody fact. It's not even close. I've said this time and time again. Martial's ceiling's here and Lingard's ceiling's here, okay? I'm probably being generous to Lingard because he does not deserve to be playing week in, week out. He has not got the quality to break down a fucking team on his ones, okay? That's simple as that. He's not a creative spark. He's a bloody workhorse. Yes, he's a very good squad player. He has been very good in some games. The one against Chelsea stands out. He was fantastic. You know, a couple of the games, the Middlesbrough one as well, he was fantastic against with Rashford. His link-up play, which is what I was trying to say, was absolutely sublime in that game. And yes, he can put in a performance against some teams, but he's nowhere near consistent enough to be playing week in, week out for Manchester United. It's as simple as that. And he's nowhere near better than Martial. I don't know why people are sticking up for Lingard. Yes, I want him in the squad, but that doesn't mean that he plays week in, week out. People think that me saying I don't want him to play week in, week out is me criticizing or giving him hate. No, it's not. I just don't think he's good enough to start. Simple as that. My opinion. By all means, leave yours in the comments. Other players, fucking dead weight. Ashley Young, get out of the club. You know, I've been I've been praising Ashley Young a lot. You know, but it's just too much flipping dead weight, and people from Van Gaal, Moyes era, they need to go. We need to clear the flipping whole squad out. Darmian, another player. Yes, he's okay. He's on the fringes. I could probably get away with a Darmian, but there's too many players Fellaini, I don't know why I didn't mention him first. Fellaini needs to leg it. Yes, he scored that important goal against Celta Vigo, but he's not good enough for Man United. If he wants to sit on the bench and get paid, that's fine with me. But if it was up to me, I'd get rid of Fellaini and get Renato Sanchez in. We should have got him, but Van Gaal bottled it. But I honestly hope Jose goes against Renato Sanchez. Not heard a lot of people talk about him of late, mainly because he's not really been doing it for Bayern, mainly because he's not been getting a game. I think Renato Sanchez would be absolutely fantastic for us to replace the likes of this CDM problem that we have. You know, apparently we need physicality. We don't need physicality. We need a bit of flipping quality. You know, Carrick has to leave as well. I love Carrick as well, similar to the Rooney situation, but unfortunately, you know, it comes a time that you have to sort of hang up your boots and move on. You know, them two players in particular have been fantastic over the years for Man United, so I kind of want to give them a bit more respect. But Rooney for me is just pissing me off now. I know he scored the bloody goal, but I don't give a shit. It was on a plate for him. He was absolutely shocking the whole game. He wasn't the only one who was shocking. There was a couple other players that were terrible. The whole game, the guys didn't even turn up. There was no desire. There was no bloody passion. And yes, I understand this is a nothing game for us. But those players that are on the pitch, like the likes of Rooney, I'm not going to have a go at Mata. He's been fantastic for us this season. But Rooney, Carrick, maybe a couple of other defenders, Jones, Smalling in particular, them mans, you guys need to be fighting for your position to be playing in the fucking final of the bloody competition in the Europa League. And you're flipping performance like that. Honest to God, and before people say, oh, Spurs were too good for you. Yes, they were fantastic in the first half in particular. Absolutely blew us away. Got to give credit where it's due for Spurs. Of course, they were the better team than us. It was the last bloody game of White Hart Lane. They're going to be up for it. I'm just going to echo what Jose said. They were up for it. Our players had no motivation for this game whatsoever. It meant nothing to us. And I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just saying, obviously, their players are going to be flipping and showing a lot more passion and desire. And they're going to be beating us in the first half. But in the second half, in particular, in the last 20 minutes, you clearly saw the difference in quality. He took bloody flipping Lingard off and bought Mkhitaryan, and you saw the difference it made straight away. And that's not me having to go at Lingard. He wasn't probably the worst player on the pitch, to be fair to him. It was probably Rooney, but he stayed on because I don't know what he does to stay on every flipping game. I know he got the goal, but yeah, Mkhitaryan went off, Tuanzebe went off. Not going to say anything bad about Tuanzebe. Jose has to take responsibility for that. Why the fuck were you playing Tuanzebe in CDM? There was absolutely no need to put the kid there out of his depth. Another mistake from Jose. Yes, I've got to give him some criticism. I'm not going to lick his ass all day long, you know. When he's in the wrong, I'm going to flip and put blame on him. He was in the wrong with the tactics at the start of the game. We should have went more attacking. Like I said, the game was irrelevant, so I don't understand why we've set up so defensively against a team that's going to come for us. We should have just went for him, because at the end of the day, it meant nothing to us, win or loss. You know, it made no difference to our season, as it's clearly shown we can't mathematically get top 4 anyway now, so at least go down with the flipping fight. But yeah, regarding the Tuanzebe thing, why is he in CDM? He's never played CDM in his life. He's a bloody centre back. He was well at his depth, and I felt sorry for him with flipping Carrick alongside him. He's got no pace. They were just overrunning midfield because Rooney is bloody useless. He's not going to do anything defensive. He's just walking about. Matt, I don't think was fantastic either. You know, there's too many average performances today. You saw when Herrera came on, and Mkhitaryan in particular, both of them two guys, the way it changed the game, and they did give us an opportunity to get back in the game. Obviously, Martial was a bright spot throughout the whole game, and I'm very happy he got his opportunity to potentially play himself into form, because we're really going to need him in the Celta Vigo game. I don't understand why Lingard gets a game over flipping Martial. It's flipping beyond me. But yeah, that aside, you know, credit to Spurs, a fantastic performance for them. You know, I'm happy for them that they sent off in the right manner. You know, for some reason we seem to be flipping giving charity wins out to all teams like Spurs and Arsenal. Arsenal, I don't know who the hell they think they are. They think they're going to win Champions League next season. The fucking waste, man. They're not even going to get in Champions League at this rate. But yeah, that aside, very disappointed with the boys' desire and passion. Like I've already said, you know, a couple of the players I've already mentioned. There's probably a couple of people I've missed out, but I'm just leaving them in the comments. Just seen loads of bullshit on social media, people hating on Jose Mourinho, which I think is laughable, because we're one game away from having a successful season, to be honest with you. Yes, I'm just going to echo what I've said at the start of the video. No, we should not be finishing 6th in the league, but if we get Europa League, so if we win the Europa League, then it's a successful season. 2 out of flipping 4 trophies. We weren't going to win the Premier League, so I understand why Jose has sacrificed what he's done to get the Europa League. It kind of balances out if we win it, but if you don't win it, it's an absolute travesty of a season. There's a lot of changes that need to be made in summer. This game just fucking showed to me that the squad is not good enough. I don't care what people say, me included. I've been saying we've got a great squad, great depth, but it's just lacking the players. Rooney, so much dead ball. Rooney, Carrick, Leggett, flipping Jones morning. You know what, I fucking already gone through all the bullshit. Yes, second half performance definitely improved, but apart from that, I don't really give a shit. Irrelevant game. Hopefully the flipping do against Celta Vigo, Ajax in the final. Otherwise, it's just gonna be abysmal end to the season, which hasn't been really fantastic in the last couple of months. That other side, I've just been ranting and raving like I always really do. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you don't agree with anything I said, by all means, let a brother know. Don't just flipping drop a dislike like other people have been doing. Let a brother know, and by all means, I'm more than happy to debate with you guys or put any sort of comments that you man say that actually have a bit of backing in the next video, and I will mention them in the next video. But that other side, it's been your boy Usman. Enjoy the rest of your week. Obviously got that game against Sutton, I will put a preview up for that. Drop a like, share, subscribe. Take care. Come on United.